there, this is Tata with Rangers of Wrestling, bringing the Wrestling Time post show. And for tonight, I will be reviewing both AEW Rampage and Friday Night Smackdown. Alright, so let's kick things off with AEW Rampage. Tonight's AEW Rampage was a go home show to Forbidden Door, and we kicked off with Fenix versus Andrade and Idolo. This was a great match. A very great match. Oh, my favorite spot in this match is when Fenix, I should say Andrade, he did the whole Eddie thing, and then he tried to do the Three Amigos, but unfortunately Fenix countered that. But then he did his own Three Amigos, which I had to say I really, really liked that. That was such a great Eddie Guerrero tribute always. And this match was a banger. Another spot that I liked in this match was when Jose, the assistant, and Alex Abrahantes actually gonna go at it. Imagine, like, them two going at it in a match. A perfect 10. Fenix and Andrade work really well together. Yes, they do. They work great together, honestly, if you ask me. Great opening contest. This is what I want to see. It's like, and it's such a shame that Andrade and Fenix could not compete at Forbidden Door because of AAA. I think it would have been phenomenal to have seen. I believe Andrade was supposed to work with Will Ospreay, and that would have been a fantastic match in itself to see. So it's unfortunate. It's all because of AAA. But so Andrade ends up winning this match because Rush makes his debut. He gives Fenix a low blow. And this allows Andrade to pick up the victory. And then, of course, Penta comes out to try to help his brother. So very good match, and I'm very excited to see what Rush and Andrade bring and do in AEW. Now, I mean, are they going to feud with the Lucha Brothers? Are they going to eventually become tag team champions? Just, it warms my heart being a Latina to see such amazing Latino talent be on display. So really great opening contest. Very good, very good. I absolutely loved it. My favorite match of the night, if you ask me. Then we get a Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee segment, who basically saying that they're not on the same page and they have to keep winning. And they'll get there. That's what Keith Lee says. So I wonder if Keith Lee is still mad at the fact that Strickland threw him over and eliminated him in the Casino Royale Battle Royal. So I guess we have to wait and see. Then we got Serena Deeb and Mercedes Martinez versus Sierra and Lady Luck. Not much of luck on Lady Luck's side now, would she? So I have to say, I really like Serena Deeb and Mercedes Martinez as a pairing. I think they work really great together. And it's unfortunate, though, they put a stop to to the Professor's 5-minute challenge. I think that was really great for Serena Deeb. And it was really great to give a chance to other talent, but that just stopped out of nowhere when Serena Deeb continued her feud with Hikaru Shida. So I don't know why they didn't bring it back, but I actually really like the pairing of Serena Deeb and Mercedes Martinez. Hopefully it leads to something for them. But yeah, I really like the ending where Mercedes had the Brass City Sleeper to Lady Luck, and then the Serenity Lock was to Sierra by Serena Deeb. Like I said, poor Lady Luck, not much luck on her side because she got dominated in this match. But of course, Serena Deeb and Mercedes Martinez proved to be victorious, so I can't wait to see more from this tag team. They have a good chemistry, good connection, they work well together, so I'm going to see what else they can do. Then we had DKC versus Hook. Good match. Of course, Hook is still undefeated. I wonder why he didn't come out with Danhausen. I hope that pairing didn't end. I really enjoyed Hookhausen, so we have to wait. So hopefully we get to see more of Hookhausen. Then we found out backstage it's going to be Jonathan Gresham and Lee Moriarty teaming up to take on the Tully Enterprises. That's going to be great. I cannot wait to see. As we know, Brian Cage was a part of Tully Enterprises, and he hasn't appeared since Super Card of Honor. So we'll see what they go with this. It's hard to say what's going to happen because we don't know where they're going to go. Are they going to keep making appearances or not? I want to see more of Hookhausen. Yeah, me too. I want to see more of Hookhausen. Then we got a Cash Wheeler and Jeff Cobb segment. They're basically, doing the whole hyping up their match Cash Wheeler saying, Chris movies and more. Send Team Hook Housing. Yeah, definitely. So Cash Wheeler basically saying that tonight's assignment is a fight. He's not a singles competitor. He acknowledges that. And he's going to make sure Cobb doesn't walk out 100%. And make sure he doesn't walk 100% on his match at Forbidden Door. And then this leads into the main event: Cash Wheeler versus Jeff Cobb. I think AEW forgot that Jeff Cobb was previously in AEW. He was the Inner Circle's enforcer when he took on John Moxley that one time. I have yet to see that being mentioned or be brought up. So I wonder if they're pulling a Men in Black and like, who forgot? Oh, actually, I have it. Where is that on here? Wonder if they're just like this. Oh, forget that he was ever on here, you know? All right. So, this was a good match. Honestly, as good as it was, I still preferred Andrade versus Fenix. That was definitely, in my opinion, match of the night. But this was just as good. Of course, I was not expecting Jeff Cobb to be victorious in this. I was expecting Cash Wheeler, but I guess it makes sense if FTR wins on Sunday why Jeff Cobb would get the win here, because they would need momentum going into Forbidden Door if they're going to lose. So afterwards, of course, the Great Khan and Dax come out. Actually, Aussie Open comes out, Roppongi Vice comes out, Orange Cassidy comes out, a brawl breaks out, Eddie Kingston and Chris Jericho go at it. There's a pile driver to Fletcher in the middle of the ring, and it's just complete and utter chaos. And that is how AEW Rampage ends. Good main event. Jeff Cobb surprised me in that match. Yes, he definitely did. And so this was a good go-home show. I said this on Dynamite. Great go-home show for Dynamite. Great go-home show for Rampage. Michael 101591 giving it a 7 out of 10. Why are you giving it a 7 out of 10? I'm very curious. For me, I have to say I liked everything about tonight's show. However, it kind of surprises me that Mercedes and Serena Deeb were kind of just thrown together. It seems like they were just kind of thrown together as a tag team. I don't watch Dark Elevation, so I'm not really too familiar. This is the first time they're teaming up. But if it is, I want to see more of that. So, and I don't know why they didn't just bring back Serena Deeb's 5-minute challenge. I thought that was great. But, for that reason, I'm going to knock it down to a 9 out of 10 for me, at least. It's still a pretty high score. But with that being said, that concludes the AEW Rampage review. Now let's move on to everybody's favorite show of tonight. You guys all ready for a good time? All right. So Friday Night SmackDown kicked off with Drew McIntyre. You guys know where this is going. You guys know. So he basically comes out and welcomes everybody to Friday Night SmackDown. It seems to me like everybody who opens the show either welcomes them to Raw or welcomes them to SmackDown. Didn't watch SmackDown until the second hour. Needed a week break of this offer show. Well, you're lucky. Okay, so then Drew basically talks about how Roman Reigns has been ducking him. Now it's rumored that Roman Reigns is going to face Drew McIntyre at Clash of the Castle. So, also Sheamus comes out and says that Drew has no experience with Money in the Bank. The only experience he has is being cashed in on, while Sheamus has experience cashing in. He actually cashed in on Roman Reigns back in 2015 at Survivor Series, and they did this whole... you guys remember when they were trying to get us to like a babyface Roman Reigns? That's at the time when Sheamus cashed in on Roman. Or Rampage was awesome. I was there live in Milwaukee. I know you were. You probably had a blast. If you ask me, Brett. Oh, I wish you could come on and talk about Rampage. So basically, the gist of this segment is that Paul Heyman and Adam Pearce come out, and Adam Pearce says that he snored down name of a WWE Premium Live event. Yes, I did. I heard he took out McIntyre and Sheamus out of only for them to be put in the main event. Okay, I'm getting to that. So yeah, so Adam Pearce says he jumped the gun, and basically put Sheamus and Drew McIntyre in the Money in the Bank match. He said the WWE overruled his decision, and so now it's going to be Sheamus and Drew McIntyre teaming up together to face the Usos in the main event of tonight's SmackDown. If they have to win to be added into the Money in the Bank match, the titles are not on the line. The Usos don't get anything if they win. That exactly. The next Saudi show, Super Snordown. That's funny. And now I think the question here is, can Sheamus and Drew McIntyre coexist? That is the question. All right. So then we get the Money in the Bank qualifying match. It is Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And this was actually a good match. It wasn't bad. I didn't mind it. Of course, Sami Zayn tried to cheat during this match, putting his feet on the rope. That wasn't enough. It seemed like Shinsuke Nakamura was going to win this, but he actually did not. Sami Zayn won, and he qualifies for Money in the Bank. Let me see. What is stupid creative? I lost brain cells hearing that. Yeah, me too. So eventually, we get a follow-up segment with Sami Zayn, basically saying that if he wins Money in the Bank, he would lay down for Roman Reigns. So, yeah, I don't see what that... I don't know. Of course, Sammy's just saying that. Then we get the New Day Dance-Off Challenge. It's a New Day... They say that they don't engage in rematch after rematch. But that is a lie, because as we know, they fought the Brawling Brutes multiple times throughout the several weeks. And we all got tired of seeing that. Not to mention, they have repeated matches with the Usos. We got tired of seeing that. So I don't know what they're talking about. Again, I think this comes into effect for this match. Yep. You don't like rematches, right? So you forgot all those rematches you had? Okay. So the whole point is that the Viking Raiders come back and attack everybody on this. I don't know why they felt the need to repackage the Viking Raiders. I hope, though, it leads to some type of push. We got to get the titles off the Usos, and we really need to stop exhausting every possible combination. Wow, WWE forgetting the New Day have had repeated matches. Yep. So, wasn't a huge fan of this segment. Then we get a Sonya Deville segment saying that she's been on SmackDown. She's been on SmackDown for a while now. She hasn't even had a match, while Lacey Evans and Raquel Rodriguez already had matches. And so this basically leads to Adam Pearce making a 2-on-1 handicap match. It's Lacey Evans and Raquel Rodriguez versus Sonya Deville. And yet Sonya Deville gets accompanied to the ring by Xia Li and Shayna Baszler. I don't know what's up with that. Glad to hear the Viking Raiders are not part of Maximum Male Models with Max Dupree. So this match really didn't do nothing for me. I mean, unfortunately, of course, Sonya Deville tried to cheat to win this match. She did not win. Raquel and Lacey Evans did, and there is a post-match assault. Then we get a Natalya segment, and it's basically her dressed up as Ronda Rousey. She actually really did look like Ronda Rousey with that attire and hair and makeup. She basically talks about how she says that Ronda's the baddest woman alive because she doesn't shut up about it. The sharpshooter is deadlier than the armbar. And then Ronda Rousey actually comes out, confronts her, and she says that she wishes she had natural talent and is lacking charisma. And then they get into a brawl. So yeah, that's pretty much that segment. Then we get a rematch. Is the IC for the Intercontinental title. It's Gunther versus Ricochet. Good match, but Gunther tossed Ricochet around like a rag doll. I feel so bad for Ricochet because his IC title reign was not memorable. He really didn't do much. Hell, he didn't even get to defend at WrestleMania. Instead, he defended it on WrestleMania SmackDown. So I don't know, but I just felt bad for Ricochet. It was a good match, but I just felt like his title reign really didn't amount to anything. Then we got Tamina versus Shotzi, which was originally supposed to be Aaliyah versus Shotzi. I don't know why Aaliyah was pulled from the match. I haven't heard any reports on it. Fightful hasn't reported anything as far as I know, so I'll have to double check, and maybe I'll find out something. I will be happy to hear Ricochet released by 30. This guy needs to get out of that company. Yeah, he does. Good thing I didn't have to see Smiley Raquel. Wow. Yeah, that's. But a surprise, Shotzi wins this match. I'm really glad that she won it. And can someone explain to me why Tamina, who's on Raw, was the one wrestling Shotzi on SmackDown? Was it wild card rule? But anyway, I'm really happy Shotzi won, so she's advancing to Money in the Bank. Then we get a maximum model segment. Or we're supposed to. Let's see, poor Ricochet. Just when it looks like he's going to be relevant in their day again, he goes back down. He goes, yep. So Max Dupree accuses Adam Pearce of being a sabotager. He says he failed to provide an adequate dressing room with, I think he said 68 degrees, full with snacks. And if Adam can't even handle a dressing room, what makes him think that Adam Pearce can handle maximum male models? Again, I'm very curious to see what they do with this male model gimmick. I really hope someone in creative saw Zoolander and suggested they go that route. I mean, I want to see if they can do the famous blue steel. And Michael, have you still seen Zoolander or no? You need to watch Zoolander. WWE doesn't see any reference in Ricochet. Yeah, unfortunately. Even though it was reported a while back that Vince McMahon saw Ricochet as the second two babyface behind Drew McIntyre, I don't think that's the case anymore. So, again, very curious to see what they do with this whole male model thing. And to quote Zoolander, but why male models? Yeah, you guys are missing. Max Dupree will be released soon. We'll see. Then we get an incredible Pat McAfee segment. Well, promo, I should say. He basically calls out Baron Corbin and he says that you still haven't watched Zoolander? He basically says he doesn't like that he says that Corbin doesn't like how Pat McAfee does his job. He says he loves his life and he enjoys his job. He feels alive. And he says that he's challenging Happy Corbin to a match at SummerSlam. So that would actually be a pretty interesting match if you ask me. That would be Pat McAfee's third match in WWE. So I actually kind of want to see that. So we got a second match for SummerSlam. As we all know, it's going to be Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns in a last man standing match at the main event at SummerSlam. And then we also get a backstage segment with Paul Heyman and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn saying that he won't cash in on Roman Reigns. And then Paul Heyman hugs him and he's just going to cash in on Brock Lesnar. And Paul Heyman gets really mad at Sami Zayn because that's implying that Brock Lesnar is going to beat Roman Reigns. And so in the main event, it was a tag team match. It was Drew McIntyre and Sheamus versus the Usos. Again, remember, Drew McIntyre and Sheamus have to win to qualify for Money in the Bank. The Usos win, nothing happens. They just win. Can they coexist? That was the question. Can they coexist? They were able to for the most part. At one point, they did go at it themselves. Even Sami Zayn got involved in this. The Street Profits were at ringside. Angelo Dawkins stopped Sami Zayn in his tracks, which allowed Drew McIntyre and Sheamus to be victorious. And that's pretty much how SmackDown ends. What show did I like better? Rampage or SmackDown? I liked Rampage a lot better than I did SmackDown. SmackDown, I don't know. Let's see. It didn't make sense for them to take McIntyre and Sheamus out the match, only for them to be added back. Yeah, I know. I'm going to be generous and give SmackDown a 4 out of 10. SmackDown, from hearing this, is 0 out of 10. I'm just being generous and giving it a 4 out of 10. And again, as my favorite show between Rampage and SmackDown, I pick Rampage. And it's not me being biased or anything. I don't want anybody to think I'm being biased. I just enjoyed Rampage better than I did SmackDown. But you're free to think whatever you want. If you think SmackDown was better than Rampage, hey, you're entitled to think that. And you're entitled to SmackDown sucks. Yeah, well, we all thought that. So with that being said, you guys, that concludes this review. Let me know what you guys... Sorry about that. Let me know what you guys thought of tonight's show. What did you like better, Rampage or SmackDown? Definitely let me know in the comment section down below or in the live chat if you're in the live chat. But with that being said, you guys, thank you guys all so much for watching and for your continuous support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live or release a new video. And I'll see you guys on Sunday after Forbidden Door. Bye.